Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel. I am Lotus, Lotus the Sage. Thank you so much for being here. Today we have another pick a card, and today's pick a card is going to be, what kind of motivation do you need right now? So we have a couple of treats in this reading today. We're going to do some charms. I have my basket of charms over to the left here. We'll look at those at the very end. We're going to go into a mini scribe reading. Going to scribe with the crystal over here and just pick up whatever I see when it comes to energies, when it comes to the motivation needed. So today should be a nice full in-depth reading, and we have three choices as per usual. Our first choice here is the hare or the rabbit. It moves. Pile 2 is the blue car. And pile 3 is the anchor. So take a second, feel whichever pile might be calling to you, and maybe we can get some answers for you. All right, my beautiful collective, I'll see you at your choice. Welcome my pile 1 who chose the hare or the rabbit. I'm going to put you over here. I'm going to take the crystal and I'm going to tap into the energy, so give me a moment. I started tapping into the energies prior to me filming, and the two things that came up automatically were travel, arrows, and triangles in particular. I'm seeing a body of water. I'm getting a sense of somebody coming to see somebody or going to see someone. They've been at a distance for a long time. I'm seeing a beautiful night sky filled with stars. I'm seeing in particular seagulls, dolphins, rainbows. I'm getting a heat from the south. I'm also getting a change in landscape, like the actual terrain. I'm getting that for some there's like a really cloudy period or dark time that has been looming over you for a while. They're showing me glaciers, like a coldness, a frost. I'm feeling a sense of shape-shifting. I'm not sure if it's a bird skull or an actual dinosaur skull, so this could be like museum or archaeology, excuse me. I'm seeing lungs, clearing out your lungs, the sea air. Okay. So that's what has come up so far. So we got a whole bunch of things. I was going to try and write them down, but it doesn't make sense to do so. I think it just helps me when I'm starting off, so I know where we're starting from. So amazing. Let us see how those messages intertwine with the cards that have come out for you today. Okay, my collective of pile 1, let's see which area spirit is pushing you when it comes to your motivation energy. 𝗵𝗛𝗪 root. And we have ascendant entrance. Excuse me. So what I'm feeling from the 𝗵𝗛𝗪 and the ascendant, when the area of push they want to emphasize for you here, is something about your history needs uprooting. It's sort of clouding possibly your judgment on yourself and how you're presenting to the world. There's a saying in the ascendant description about the front door is only a part of the house, and if the ascendant is what we present to the world first, technically, there's something about how you're, like, again, keeping up with the Joneses, again, upbringing, programming, how you were raised, that kind of energy that is preventing you, I think, spiritually or like ambition wise of achieving your mastery in a particular area or successfully completing a goal. Like it's the unconscious patterning of yourself that needs to be uprooted, in other words. So that's the area of push they want to focus on. Let's see what to look out for. These are going to be the pink cards that are underneath here. First we have sports and fitness. This probably wasn't the smartest layout, but... Then we have thin body. Interesting. And culinary arts. Wow. This is a very interesting energy that I am receiving right off the bat. The first feeling I'm getting here when it comes to like history, ancestral patterning, upbringing, like first, when we're going to just take these cards as the most obvious depiction first, which is like not an overemphasis. There's a heavy emphasis on sports, health, wellness, fitness, how you eat, very body conscious. Maybe you were of one of the two extremes, too thin or overweight in your family's eyes, or in like, you know, the biggest of the family or the skinniest of the family, something along those lines. There's like a juxtaposition on who you actually are and how you want to live, and it's somewhat hindering your progress when it comes to your self-development and acceptance, specifically, is what they said. So if you find yourself in an overly working out, overly conscious of what you eat, overly conscious of what you look like, this is something that's talking about needing uprooting. That's the first energy that I'm getting. Something else to look out for, if we want to take it a little bit more broad in general, is paying attention to the energies around sport and fitness. Like, do these things bring you joy? Does it light you up? Does it free you? Does it let you escape from these thoughts? Does good food bring you joy? Does it nourish your body better? Do you need to do more of that? Have you been paying attention to the way that you eat? Is there a regime that you want to get into so that you can have the body that you prefer? You know, like there's certain, regardless of how you might be viewing these things to look out for, it's rooted in your upbringing and the emphasis on how it's either playing out positively or hindering you is the root cause. Okay. How to use these energies, or what to look out for, again, what to notice. We have the Queen of Swords first. The Ten of Swords in the reverse. The Five of Swords. Again, same feeling. Your thoughts behind sports, fitness, health, regime, working out, as she's definitely looking at that Five of Swords, the culinary arts, how you're eating, your calories, intake. There's a heavy emphasis on this food, body image type of deal. It's not just about the way you look, it's specifically when it comes to that ascendant, which is very fitting for this. You're in a mental conflict about this, about all of this. I don't know if it's just food or nutrition, but it's about body, health, energy, because it's very fitting. But it does feel like you might not be able to release some of this currently yet, hence why this motivation is needed to push in the healing or more focus on this part of where this hiccup in your frequency comes from. There may be, with sensitivity and love, there may be a little bit of body dysmorphia happening here also. And I actually do feel like you have stepped in gently to this awareness. I still feel like you're treading carefully, but I do feel like I do feel like you're aware. That's my point, period. Regardless of how much of that you want to address, it still feels like you are aware. Four of Pentacles. Holding on to a past belief again. It needs excavating. It's about that structure in the home. Eight of Wands. Yeah, it needs to leave. That's what I'm feeling. Like that energy to want to be better from that perspective is no longer needed. It, again, needs to be excavated, uprooted. And so that you can step into who you actually are and how this information from past can aid instead of hindering you to feel like you are less than or not beautiful or not worthy of being seen unless you look a certain way, are a certain way, present a certain way. Okay, let's see what help is available to you when and if you dip into these lower vibrational thoughts. Another new deck for me here is the the Motivation Manifesto, hence the theme of the reading. It was inspired by these cards. So I obviously haven't seen all of them, so we're reading them and discovering them together. The joyous masters know that amid all the chaos and conflict, all the hurry and wickedness of the world, there is something solid within that is beautiful and steady and good. And I think this has to do with this Four of Pentacles energy too, about still taking, again, the lessons learned. Like there is still some value in what has been enforced on you, but it was not done in a very healthy way is what I'm feeling. That's the softest way I can deliver that message. So it feels like you're trying to take the things that are still valuable and useful, but presenting them and using them in a way that might be more beneficial for a vaster majority of people, energies, personalities. And then we do not need more time. We need a stronger reason to act so that we use time more effectively. Beautiful. We do not need more time. We need a stronger reason to act. And that reason right now is you, my love. If that's not a strong enough reason, Spirit's like, well, we want you to do this. This is the reason I want for you. So that you use the time more effectively, how you're thinking about it, you know, using that energy, that information more effectively. Again, even if this has nothing to do with body image, there is something about presentation, about how you were raised, how you think about certain things in your life. That could be about food, your relationship to food, to fitness, like I said, to body, to image in general, to status. Like however this plays out for you, use it that way. Let's see what your encouragement is, my beautiful collective. Relationships. Gonna read that to ya. I call in the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. They're saying union of self and union of the lessons past, integrating it into they just said a better version. May it now fully belong to the divine. Let it unfold in the perfect way for each of us. I needn't fear letting go of control. My needs are always abundantly met. Yes, they are. And that's mainly I'm really feeling that relationship with self. Then we have body. Whoa, pile one. Holy moly. Okay, Spirit is, they yelling at you today. Body, show me, divine, how to love and fully care for this body. Please give me the radiant miracle of accepting my body as it is. Holy schmolies. Spirit is definitely wanting to talk to you, my beautiful collective, and I am feeling this and I am sending you the love. Please accept you for you and get out of these patterns of what may have been bestowed upon you, imprinted on you, that is no longer going to be beneficial for your further development. Let her go. And let's see your reminder. Look at that. A message is trying to reach you. Be vigilant. The spirit world wishes to find and touch you. Be vigilant about this, you know, uprooting, this excavation of your past upbringing and conditioning. Oh, look at this. Recognize despair as an opportunity. Within it, you will find the gift of awakening. I just heard this is not you. And they just said the body dysmorphia is correct. You are not seeing yourself clearly at the moment with this blue and this grayish. This blue, you know, accept my body as it is. In whatever form or anger that you might feel about your body, recognize how beautiful you are. That's so easy for me to say. How does that even help you, you know? Like, I feel it's about the joyous masters. That knowing that amid all the chaos and conflict, all the hurry and wickedness of the world, there is something solid within it that is beautiful, and that is you. That is you, how you are able to transmute this energy, transform what may have hurt you in the past into this beautifully evolved, developed, understanding, compassionate human being for yourself and for others that may have gone through something similar or going through it currently. That might be the reason why they brought up in the scrying about that travel, vacationing, water, birds, flight, that dark cloud that's around. Clearing the lungs, they said, right, about the salt water. Skulls, maybe something dying, uprooting again. Dinosaur, like a dinosaur skull, I think I said. Maybe talking about fossilized, you know, things that are too old that need to be excavated again. Glaciers, cold, yeah, this is similar. Okay, collective, wow. Okay, so for your closing guidance, my beauties, we are going to get your charms. I'm going to get a 1 handful and drop them in this beautiful box. All right, here we go. We have avoid holding on to... I can't with spirit sometimes. Like, it's nuts. Avoid holding on to ideas just because you're used to them. Like, are you kidding? That's your first fortune that pops out, and the sun just peeked through the door of my place right now, which is bringing me to that comment I just said. It just took my attention. The front door is only one part of it, right? Woo. Okay, we have, I think it's a calla lily and the sun. Rebirth, exactly. Rebirthing you, showing your true sun. Mourning the old versions, things, lessons to step into the new you. The moon, emotions being amplified here. No longer closing your eyes to the emotions also is what I just heard with this moon energy. We have the Tower, absolutely. Sudden shifts, epiphanies, awakenings. Says listen with music, so music might be significant, but they're just saying listen. It says listen on the back here. We have the initiation rune. Do you have another rune in here? No. Yep, being initiated, absolutely. I think this is an initiation out of this energy into you. Absolutely. They said put you number 1 now. Put you as number 1. A wish is coming true. Guardian angels. Wish, guardian angel. Yes, a wish is coming true. I think this is the awareness of you, of finally being able to accept to a certain degree who and what you are. Mighty, who and what you are is mighty. Another guardian, you are mighty. This acorn gathering of you. Oh my goodness, you have so many blessings here, you know? This grace with this cross here and growth with that vine on the cross. You know? There's so much. Oh my goodness. And this skull here. And we talked about skulls, right? In the channeling, this death energy. It's time. It's time. Breathe, meditate, come back to that stillness. I was feeling that in that water energy. Where would I put this? I feel like here. We have the 10 pence, Queen Elizabeth II, speaking of, in her passing. Rest in peace, lady. So I feel this is about strength, longevity, legacy. Ten might be a significant number, or ones. I just heard the keys to you are unfolding. The keys to you are unfolding. What does that mean? The keys to your innate spirit is quickly approaching. They're bringing me back to this hair energy. Got it. Got it. Cool. You have the amethyst crystal. Spiritual development, enlightening awareness. You have a lot of that celestial angelic help. We have a rose quartz bud. Love slowly stepping in. We have carnelian, a piece of carnelian. Regaining fragments of your strength is what they just said. We have one of the odd lettered Q's. It's faded. It's the only one that I have of this in there. And there's questions still needing to be answered, is what they're telling me. Then we have the letter K. Actually, we'll go through those after. We have darling. You are a darling. Okay. So we have time, always. Make time for you always is what I heard. Make time. Always. Oh my goodness, like make time to hug a good friend always. Please believe that you are supported and loved. You are not the only one. Love that. And the song, again, music, song. Great. Then I'll keep this in my hand for a second. The letters you have are W, double U's, another Q, a Z, and an O, and a K. Beautiful. I heard kazoo. I heard quagmire. I heard a quad. I heard zoning issues. I heard ozone, aura, aqua. Zoo, Oz, Kuzo, couscous. Interesting. August might be significant. Any of these letters could be, you know, people, places, things, situations, things that have made you think of. All of the above. Oh, my collective, for what needs motivation, or where you need your motivation, is to break this particular cycle of information that has been perpetually playing and weighing on you, to not allow yourself to see yourself as the beautiful creature, divine, human, essence, spirit, person that you are. So go deep, recognize this as an opportunity. The message is trying to reach you to step out. You have so much help here. I'm sending you the most amount of love. I hope this was helpful. Until next time, ciao. Welcome my pile 2 who chose the blue car. I'm gonna put them over here. We're gonna take the crystal ball and start with your scrying. There's a couple of messages that came out first, and they were parallel lives. I tried to get started before we really tapped into the energies together. So I have parallel lives first, and many layers to peel is what I saw and heard. I'm seeing eagles or hawks. There's something that's been submerged or subdued for a very long time. I'm getting a particular type of aircraft. Like it's sort of morphing from like a fighter jet into like a normal domestic airline. I'm seeing a starfish and the pentagram. I'm hearing fissures in the system. I'm hearing high octane. I'm feeling like explosion, like an eruption of some kind. Seeing like really pretty aquatic fish. Aquatic animals. Sorry if you can't really see too much, I'll bring it over a little bit. I'm seeing swimming, like laps in particular, or like distance swimming. I'm also like feeling the sunrise and the sunset. That might be pivotal time, or early morning or dusk. I'm getting a sense of a feeling of like a plateau or just leveling out. I'm not entirely sure. I'm getting a foggy period is passing. The debris is falling away. I just heard the skeletons are coming out. They gave me a reference of like a cat with 9 lives, and they're on the last one. Damn. Not the cat, like it's in reference to people or a person. I feel like you have a heavy spirit team around you. Ooh, I'm seeing, I guess a confrontation. I'm not sure, positive or not. It feels like somebody is revealing something that somebody didn't know for a very long time. I'm getting like almost like 8 to 9 years. Can be like a really deep secret. I feel like you're meeting up to tell them in the evening time. And there's some sort of like showing them proof or evidence of. Whoa. Interesting. This doesn't feel like a North American city, but it can be. I'm also seeing departures, like goodbyes, but like happy departures. Yeah, there's something about parallel lives. Okay. All right, my collective of my blue car. Let's see how those messages tie in with the cards that have come out for you today. Okay, my collective of Pile 2, let us see which area Spirit is trying to motivate you in. We have Taurus, cultivate. And Capricorn, achieve. First I heard take pride in what you've already achieved. Continue to nurture and cultivate your studies, your gifts, your craft. Allow the ambition to push you forward. Try not to get too comfortable in what you've already created. Utilize the wisdom grown and learned over time. Pay attention to the power dynamics within yourself and within the environment that you may find yourself in. Try not to mistake stubbornness for strength. Clarify your hunger, your desires, what you want to achieve. Connect and get grounded. Very earthy energy naturally. Okay. Let us see what to look out for. tall. LGBTQT. '50s or older. Okay, first we're gonna obviously go for the most literal description here. It can be a tall person of the LGBTQT community that is in maturing age, or 50 or older, or just more mature or older than you. What I'm getting here to look out for is I'm feeling like a sense of perspective. And I cannot speak entirely to the emotions behind this community's woes at all. But from my understanding, and imaginings, I can only imagine some people of the generation that may be in their 50s or older of having to repress some of this part of themselves for too long, and how freeing and cultivating and nurturing and what's been able to be achieved in the short amount of time. There's a heavy emphasis on that, like a difference in your status quo and what you like, what you are attracted to. It can be a person in particular that comes in to help cultivate more of this freedom, openness, and lovingness within yourself, an acceptance of who you are, so that you can fully achieve what you're really after, in whatever sense of the word that means to you. I'm hearing also that's a tall order to fill. I know that this is not, if that particular scenario resonated, I know that that's not an easy transition or easy steps to process through, I can imagine. So I feel that maybe that's the reason why the emphasis on looking at a different perspective. They're giving me the tall in the most literal sense of it, like look above and see what has already changed, what has grown, what can be achieved. And I'm also hearing you're not running out of time either. Okay, let's see how to use or notice these energies in particular. We have the Hermit in reverse. Speaking of a tall order. This one first. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. I feel it, like there's a sense of no longer needing to hide. That's really what I'm getting, in whatever way this may apply to you. Hiding your uniqueness, your gifts, your craft. Not running out of time, allowing the maturing of you to ground this in you so that you can achieve exactly what it is, which is that freedom, openness, acceptance. You don't need to hide. That's what they keep saying. Oh. Then you have, Justice in reverse. You're afraid still. You're still afraid. Understandably, don't get me wrong, but you don't feel like there will be justice for you, or it won't be fair, it'll be more of the same. But it's not. Ace of Swords, take that opportunity to blossom, to shine, to step out from behind whatever you've been hiding. Quickly, step out from it, get in that car and move towards that direction, which is about cultivating you. There has, like I said, there has been this sort of spark, this like seeing something now, the possibility of something within you. Okay, let's see what help is available to you when you may dip into the lower vibrational energies of thinking. Another new deck for me, so we're discovering them together. There is no beauty in the world more perfect, more awe-inspiring, and more human and transfixing than unfiltered, unashamed love. Love of self. Unfiltered, unashamed love. That's exactly what that community is making me feel. That LGBTQT energy. I love that. And then, our greatest personal power is the ability to take over our impulses and direct our minds to choices and commitments that will serve us. Yes, choices and commitments that will serve us. That is your greatest personal power. Learn to cultivate that. That's what they're trying to push. They want you to achieve this in this time frame, in this timeline, in this lifetime. In this incarnation in particular. Let us see your encouragement. Travel. Speaking of movement, right? Many layers to peel. They talked about those parallel lives. Maybe that's exactly what this is referencing, because they kept bringing that up. A conversation that's been hidden for a very long time, and evidence and proof of that. Wow. Travel, like I said, I don't feel like it's a North American city. It could be somewhere else. I'm in North America. That's the reason why I say it that way. Let every aspect of this trip unfold in harmony. May divine order arrange and handle every detail. I'll be guided easily and follow the leads as they are shown. And that's the journey into self. The traveling of you, like coming out of your shell, coming out of hiding. And it can be literal travel, but on a vacation or on a trip, or deliberately making a trip to deliver this information. Interesting. Wow. And then we have, wow, oh my goodness. Then we have forgiveness. Healing comes from acceptance. Help me, dear Lord, to fully accept what is, knowing that this alone will open me to the new. Healing comes from acceptance of what is and who you are. Embrace that, my lovely. Oh, that's awesome. Let's see your reminder. Live playfully and with a light heart. Listen to the voice of your inner child. Yes, the parts of you that had been repressed, subdued, stifled. I just heard shut up. The parts that got shut out, shut down. Wow. That's hard. And then a new strategy is required. Yep. Find the path to love and happiness. That's the forgiveness of self. What you accepted or didn't accept. What you allowed yourself to think and believe, listen to. You can achieve this, what you want. You can. You can cultivate exactly what you want in this lifetime. They keep pressing that. In this lifetime. Not in the next. I feel like that might be a saying of yours. Maybe in the next lifetime. You know? No. You can do it now. I love that. Okay, my beautifuls. For your closing messages, let's get some charms, as promised. I'm going to get one handful. All right, let's see what we got. You are a spreader of love. Thank you. That's it. I just heard you have the key to your own happiness, so walk through that door. I'm hearing that the struggle is almost over. This is like my obstacle charm. Difficult terrain to navigate through, but there is a path. There is a path. Oh, wow. I just heard death of the old you, crowning the new. That crown on a coffin, you know? It's like death of the old you as you crown the new. Woo. Get that. Numbers. Oh, they said it's a numbers game for you. Or time. They're specifically talking about time. the amount of time or effort it's been taking or has taken out of you, drained you. Yeah, definitely a lot of obstacles. But there's been beauty in your obstacles, things of discovery, self-discovery through these obstacles. Grateful for sativa. So this sativa pin is about on the up and up. You know, you're on your way up, on your way out, elevating yourself from the situation. We have this harvest rune, 𝗪𝗯. Again, ready to harvest the new you, to cultivate, to achieve. You have the loyalist days, no longer loyal to the old ways, no longer loyal to those days. I like that. We have this beautiful bird. I feel like this is a communication healing communication. This one, I can't remember. Look at this disruption. That's what this one is. Disruption. Yeah, this is the disruption needed, you know, to come out into you, that new strategy that's needed, that solar plexus chakra to shine and show the real you, the true you, that queen energy. Good luck is on your side, cat and good luck. And it's perfect timing for this right now is what they just said. It's the perfect time. And then oh, I just heard we've always been watching. Our eyes are on you. We eyes. We've always been watching. We got you. Oh, that's beautiful, spirit. Then we have a wooden bead. This wooden bead is the start of something, and that's the creation of you. We have moonstone, brown moonstone, protection for you, clarity coming out of the fog. We said something about that in that channeling. We have a tiny letter C here. There's an individual different than the others, so C might be a specifically significant. Then we have the letter T, F, A, K, double K, and R. I will show you those right now in the blocks. And then the wooden letters, we have W, H, H, O, and I just saw horror, hilarious. Excuse my French, but it's the who is what I saw here. So I'm seeing who, raft, craft, work, tar, far, heart, worth, fat carrot, interesting. How we is what I just heard too. Crows, art, rowing, front. Then I have always believe in you, believe you, believe you. That's like what they keep saying, always believe in you. You are this gift, this magic, this beautiful being that wants to come into its full glory. You are the spreader of love, finding this path into happiness, forgiving yourself for what you may have allowed in your past, seeing this new perspective, come out from hiding and step out, no longer needing to live a parallel life. The layers to peel are for you to peel, but they want you to step out and be seen, to be shown, to be loved, genuinely, wholeheartedly. So step in that car, you have that key, drive to that destination, my love. I'm sending you so much love. I hope this was helpful. Until next time, ciao. Welcome, my pal 3. So we're going to start with the scrying. I started to get into the energies first before we came together. And the first two things that came out were new horizons and distant lands and a sense of freedom from being sort of restricted or held down in some way. There's a lot of like lightness in air, particularly air element. I'm getting a lot of like water play, dolphins in particular. I'm feeling a sense of like calm, tranquil waiting, but purposeful waiting. I'm seeing like sailboats, really big trees with a lot of foliage, like really large trees. I'm getting a lot of like sports, like water sports or snowboarding. Could be water skiing, I'm not sure. I just heard jet plane. My bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I'd hate to wake you up to say goodbye. Yeah, there's like movement, a lot of fast movement. I'm getting like particular like tropical birds, canopy trees, dripping vines and leaves, sun piercing through the leaves and trees. Very Amazonian, tropical, Caribbean, however. Oh, I just heard and seeing a heart with wings, your heart being set free. Ooh, this feels so freeing. It's like there's, in a sense, you've like flipped the paradigm. Okay, I'm seeing really like open landscapes, a lot of open landscapes. I'm feeling a sense of the in-between. Of being right in between. Yeah, there's like a sense of this liminal space of being free in the middle. It's interesting. I'm seeing like snorkeling, scuba diving, diving deep. I'm also feeling like a heated or seeing a heated conversation. Like very heated. I'm getting an interesting like sort of, I don't know if it's a medieval time period or like dragons, warlocks, like epic battles and like in volcanic areas. Like it's interesting. Like there's a whole scene playing out here. They just said there's a sense of stepping out of your own matrix, or out of the matrix to step into your own divine matrix. To be rebirthed, born again. Wings intact, they said. Ooh, lovely. Okay, so those are your scrying messages. Let's see how they coincide with the cards that have come out today for you, my beautiful anchor pile. Okay, my collective of pile 3, let's see which area Spirit is giving you the push for motivation, or the push to motivate you. Which area? I'll talk about motion, right? Mars, motion. And Leo, shine. I'm first hearing the action of you. Like they're pushing you to step out from, again, that maybe that freedom energy that we were getting in the scrying, and that like that battle, that epic battle. This is that Mars, Aries type of energy. The warrior spirit to fight for what you want, a freedom, like freeing oneself, your own emancipation, to allow yourself to be seen again, to be free again. They want you to stop for a moment and think about what your next move is, possibly. Manifest what you desire. Be your own hero. Protect yourself and others. There is something about learning how to decipher or discern from the type of attention or attraction that might be gravitating towards you, or that you tend to gravitate towards. They're talking about the wrong type of attention, how it can be misleading, and it will not fill a particular hole. Bring your energy back into your heart again for the sense of freedom within yourself. Honor the dynamics within you. Okay, let's see what to look out for. Politics. Cartomacy. Body art. I'm getting a sense of a rigid structure when it comes to a particular home base or foundation for you. Again, it's abiding to these particular set of politics that didn't work. It feels like you're the rebel amongst the plane. Your belief in cartomacy or in tarot readings, your expression in body art possibly, your political views and how you view the world, all of what your beliefs are have in some sense you've been fighting for, and I feel like they've been anchoring you down twofold. The outside external energies have been holding you down, anchoring you in place, not allowing you to travel and voyage and shine. While also you were able within this unfortunate but fortunate dynamic to anchor in your own strength of your own beliefs. What do you stand for? And now is the time for you to shine. Hence this push. This is where the motivation is coming from. That's what I'm getting first off. I'm also hearing there's a lot of symbology and messages being presented to you. They're saying your view of any particular type of politics that this may apply to in your life will not be seen from the energy that the people and you might be in, because one is coming from a sense of defense and the other is also coming from a sense of defense. Your defense, however, is defending your character, your structure, who you are. Their defense is defending an idea that is not fully integrated. It's more of a followed belief, put it that way. It's almost the best way I can put it, it's like reading scripture as opposed to embodying scripture. Okay, let's see how to notice these energies and how to use them. Look at that, the High Priestess with the politics. I just heard stay quiet when you can't win those fights. There's no sense in engaging and sharing your information when their view is skewed. Too volatile, I just heard. King of Swords, yep. Knowing, just this knowing. Knowing your strength, your mental fortitude, the strength in your knowledge, your understanding of what's actually happening with this observant, intuitive nature that you are, with this diplomatic, charismatic, intelligent King of Swords. What a beautiful balance. And the Ten of Wands. Yeah, with that body art. I feel like there's a sense like if any parts of you had been stifled or repressed, which I'm sure there have been in this particular pile, they're showing me for some of you guys, you allowed some of that expression to come out in the body art or come out within your works of art. For some, there might be a thing where you get a tattoo every time you go through something, or a sense of relief for you. That's interesting. They said trust in your intuition and the knowledge that you have gained from readings past and this. I feel like you might possibly do readings yourself for some of you. So trust in what you're being given also in those. I'm hearing try not to fight yourself so much. Yeah, Six of Cups, balancing out that energy within you. About how much effort, how much energy you're putting into their words or their actions. It's like detach to reattach to yourself. Yeah, that King of Pentacles. Look at these heavy hitters, these court cards. You know, grounding in what you know and in your truth and in your knowing, in your intuition of what balanced and equal means, you know, of what this, I feel like a deeper sense of knowledge or a deeper sense of emotional maturity. And there's a lot coming from your past, like a lot of past energies that you are literally releasing that anchor or pulling up that anchor and sailing away. Sail away, sail away, sail away. Oh man. Okay, let's see what help is here for you when you're when you dip, when your mental game starts to play on you. Let's see what help is here for you. Greatness belongs to those who have mastered the ability to focus relentlessly on their ambitions and act decisively towards them. And that's the ambition of that motion, right? To free yourself, to get out from whatever had been stifling you or repressing your energy or not allowing you to fully blossom into the full version of you. Again, coming back to that sense of freedom in your scrying, about that sailboat that we saw, speaking of sail away. And maybe that's why I saw a bunch of these like rooted trees. Again, maybe this is about ancestral karma. It can be about pre-programming that made you feel small and allowed yourself to accept less than you were worth or deserving of, weren't able to see or decipher a genuine type of love because we may have been searching for it in a different way because it wasn't given in a certain way. Oh wow. Love was never absent from our lives, as I keep speaking about this. It's not bound in our hearts or in our relationships, and thus it is not capable of being owned or lost. We have allowed our awareness of love to diminish, that is all. This is beautiful. Love was never absent. You were not seeing it. You just diminished its worth to you. Your own self-love is what I'm getting at. And maybe because of the fact that we were looking for love in the places that we normally would first off, right? Which is in family, which is within the home. We've allowed the awareness of love to be diminished. It's just the awareness of it, how we are perceiving it. And you may not, I feel like, have been perceiving yourself as lovingly as Spirit does, as Spirit wants you to. Let's get your encouragement. Oh wow. Perfectionism, that plays in some way. Permission to make mistakes is so freeing. It's the root of creativity and change. Allow me, Divine, to make as many mistakes as I need. Free me from the prison of perfectionism. And again, that might be what was anchoring you down, not being able to shine and be free and frolic and fun like I felt. You know, the sense of perfectionism and from wherever that has stemmed from, wherever that rooted in you. And wow, self-acceptance, holy moly. Nothing is more exhausting than endlessly working on yourself. When you offer your whole being fully to love, self-acceptance arises spontaneously. May I rest in our oneness, dear Divine. Yes, accept you, to shine, to step out, to trust you, to act decisively towards your ambitions, which is the blossoming of you, the coming out of you. Oh, lovely. Let's see your reminder. Follow the path of your soul. Do not allow anyone or anything to stop you. Follow the path, motion, follow the path, shine of your soul. Yes. Release your inner rebel, be yourself, and create your own freaking universe. Come on, pile 3, let's go. Pull up that anchor and let's go. Oh, wow. Full support, full reminder for you, my beautiful collective of pile 3. Let us get your charms as promised. Gonna get one handful. All right, let's see what we got. So we have a flower and the rose. Okay. These two came out in my Instagram post today, or yesterday, I should say. So I'm getting like foliage, again, like we had in the scrying with those leaves, dripping leaves, but this beautiful blossoming is what I'm getting from this flower in particular. The leaves are a different energy. Again, another flower blossoming, different layers of you coming to the surface. You are bold and daring. Others admire these qualities within you. Then we have the zero, right back to zero, ground zero, starting over is what I'm feeling. Being able to see clearly with these glasses. Again, excuse me, these glasses, unlocking. I feel like there's somebody coming here to help free you too. Whether that just be spirit's advice, but I also feel like it's another person coming in to unlock something for you. To bring in more clarity. Speaking of clear communication, yes? Yeah, speaking of my Instagram. Speaking of Instagram, I feel like there's going to be a message for you in one of the Instagram readings I did yesterday. Specifically, maybe the blue star, because the blue star was one of the options. So this might be significant for you, side note. But Instagram, you might be getting communication through Instagram or through the internet or through some sort of digital platform, in other words. We have the High Priestess again. Yes. That secret knowledge, that secret knowing of you, my friend, do not doubt. We have offering and stability here. Offering and stability. Yes, the offering up of you now, the stability that it's going to create within yourself. Within yourself. The self rune, movement also. And the joy this will bring in. Oh man, like I said, the sense of joy, ease, peace, love. Wow. Then we have this loyal dog, and then balance. Balancing out your own loyalty to self is what they just said. Maybe finding a canine companion in this next phase of your journey. Healing, a lot of healing energy coming in for you. It's freedom. I'm feeling a lot of freedom. It feels like you've been stuck in something for a very long time. It almost feels like captive. Like, I'm not kidding. It almost feels captive. It says always, 3 exclamation marks, and it says from a friend. I feel like there's one friend in particular that has always had your back, and they will have your back within this next transition, and I feel like they're really supporting this transition for you, whoever that may be for you. Then we have the letters L, X, B, E, O, T, N, N. I just heard Bonnie and Bonnet. Then I'm seeing Lex, Len, elbow, tone, bone. I'm so immature sometimes. Then I'm saying next, belt, knot, note, box, entertainment. I'm hearing bold, bolden. I'm hearing text messages or text. Or Tex-Mex is what I also just heard. Ben and Len might be names. I also heard Teddy. I heard Nyx. I also am hearing Botox. Bowler. Baller. Bent. I'm hearing on bended knee. Is that a song? I'm down on bended knees. Maybe that's a Boyz II Men song. Beautiful. So these energies, you can use them as they apply, but it feels like that motivation to push you in the area of expressing who you are and coming out and being free. It feels like a release of something, letting go of a particular era, energy, person, lifestyle, and literally picking up shop, taking that anchor and sailing away without looking back. Oh, my beautiful collective of pile 3, I hope this was helpful. If it was, please leave a like. Let me know about your story. I would love to hear about this. I'm sending you the most amount of love. Until next time, ciao.